Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We've got some sticky section headings today. They're not just sticky, they're going to sort of change and hide behind our text here as we scroll down. If I grab this page and we roll down, you can see that heading sort of disappears and it's in the background with a bit of box shadow there. We get to the bottom of the section, disappears. Same with our next section. And of course, as we go back up, they'll jump back into place for us. Really easy to do. We don't need to do any coding for this today. We can do it with inbuilt features of the Divi theme itself. So let's get started. I'm going to create a new page. Whatever you want to call yours, obviously. We're going to use the Divi builder. And I'm going to build from scratch. Now the first thing I'm going to put in is just an image, so we've got a bit of scroll room up and down. So I'm going to put a single row, single column, find an image module, and throw in any old image, like I say, just so we can scroll up and down a little bit. Okay. Let's create our first title section. So I'm going to create a new section, little blue button to create a new section. I'm going to make it a regular section. And for our title, I'm going to use a single column, single row. I'm going to throw in a text module. All the light grey modules are the standard ones that come with the Divi theme. These purpley ones are my Divi Supreme modules that come with a fantastic Divi Supreme plugin, but we're not using that today. We're just using the regular Divi theme. So there's a text module. Roll up so we can see what we're doing. And let's put in a heading. Call yours what you want, obviously. I'm sure you'll have a title for whatever it is you're writing here. Great, and I want to make that a heading. So I'm going to select it, left click and drag. Go up here, hit the drop down. I'm going to make it a heading 2. That's great. Now I kind of want it to be a bit bigger and bolder, so I'm going to change font styles with this today. Now you can go to design, heading H2, or you can just roll over it and hit the paintbrush that's right beside it. It'll take you to the right place. H2, there we are. And the font I want to use today is called Anton. It's kind of fairly bold. I've got it at the top here. Divi comes with a crazy amount of fonts, and if you look down and hover over it, it'll show you an example of what that font's going to look like. But I've got my Anton up here. As you can see, that's a lot sort of bolder. Okay. I'm also going to capitalize it. I'm going to put it in the middle, and I'm going to make it a lot bigger. Something like that. That's fine. You could make it bold if you wanted to, but that may be overkill with this font. Yeah, it's not too bad. I think I'll leave it like that. Now you might want to change the actual text size on mobile and tablets, and to do that just hover over, select the little mobile phone icon, and you can set the desktop, tablet and cell phone sizes individually there. I'm not going to do that, but you're going to need to do that for your site. Just have a look at it. Okay, great. So we've got our heading there. What do we want to do with it? Well, we want to make it sticky, but I'm not going to do that in the text module. I'm going to go back into the actual row itself, the green tab here. I'm going to go over to advanced. I'm going to go down to scroll effects, sticky position. I'm going to say stick to top. Don't want to give it an offset, it's fine where it is at the moment. Bottom sticky limit, we're going to say the section that it's in, so we'll say section. Going to leave offset from surrounding sticky elements, check to yes, and transition default sticky styles set to yes. That's okay for what I want going on here. Let's just add a bit more content to our little section here. So I'm going to add another row. Make yours how you will. I'm going to add 2 columns and I'm just going to fill it with a bit of lorem ipsum dummy text. Again, I'm going to take a text module. There it is, but I want a bit more content than that, so I've got lorem ipsum open here. Let's grab some. And I'll just append it after what we've got going on here. I'm going to copy this module, 2 little blocks right there. That's copied it. It's actually down below there in case you didn't see. I'm going to drag one of them across. Doesn't matter which one you drag because they're both exactly the same. And for the contents of this one, I'm going to grab a little bit more lorem ipsum. Control A, select all, Control V to paste. There we go, we've got that in there now. So we've got our section. We should be able to do something with this section now. So I want to make this sticky. We've done that already with our row, but when it's actually in the sticky position, if I just duplicate this so we can roll it up a bit more, when it's in the sticky position like that, I want it to roll over to the left, I want it to get bigger, and I want the text to be a little bit lighter at least. I might even make it white so that we can read our text over the top of it. So to do that, let's go into the module itself. I'm going to go to the Design tab. I'm going to go to my heading text right here. And we know it's H2. Again, I could have just hit the little blue paintbrush over there. Now here's the text color. Let's do the size first. Here's the text size below. And if we hover over it, we'll just take those mobile styles off there. If we hover over it, you've got a little pin right there. That gives you an option to set a desktop state when it's not sticky and a sticky state when it's stuck to the top there. So when it's sticky, I'm going to make it a lot bigger. In fact, that's not big enough, so I'm going to type in a value. Let's make it say 120% or 120 pixels. That's fine. And regular, it's going to be that size. Now let's do the color. Now, as I'm going to turn this white, I need to give it a bit of box shadow so it sort of, you can actually see it. So let's go down a little bit. I'm still on the regular state right now. And we'll give it some box shadow. Use whatever type of box shadow you want. But I really don't want that there until we start scrolling and it's sticky. So let's go down and we'll get our color, which is just below right here. And again, I'm going to hit the little pin there. So for the desktop state, I want it to be completely transparent so we can't see that box shadow. Fantastic. And for the pin state, I want it to be the regular shadow color. And if we go to recent just underneath, it should be right there. There it is. Fantastic. And we're going to do a similar thing for the actual text color itself. Here's our text color. Let's hover over it and get the pin up. Desktop, we're happy with it where it is. When it's sticky, you see that box shadow appear there. I'm going to make it white. And you can still read it because of that box shadow. If you wanted to, you can make it a nice light color or something like that. Just hit the little buttons underneath. Find a color that you like. And see if it's going to work underneath your text. At the moment, the text is rolling behind it. We want to change that in a moment. But I'm going to stick to white on mine. Great. Okay, well let's fix this so that I want this text to move over to the left a bit when we roll up, when it's sticky like that. And we need to fix it so the text is actually rolling over the top of it rather than underneath it at the moment. So let's go down to our spacing. We're still in our text module. We're in design. We'll go down to spacing. And again, I'm going to hover over margin, pull up the pin. Desktop's fine where it actually is. When it's sticky, I want to pull it over to the left somewhere over here. So let's try giving it a negative value. Let's say negative 30 viewable width, VW. That's okay, that's going to work fine. And again, you might want to check this on mobile versions and change it so it works perfectly on tablet and mobile. Just hit that and you can see examples of it. Okay, so we're happy with that. Now let's fix it so that this goes over the top. So let's get out of here. We'll go into our module here, our row I should say, right here. And I'm going to change the Z index. Again, I'm going to go to advanced. I'm going to go to position. I'm going to roll down a bit. Z index. I'm going to give it a Z index of 5. I'll go to our row below. I'm going to give this Z index of 10, so it should be on top of the one with the higher number will always be on top of the one with the lower number. So let's make this 10. Now let's see what happens when we scroll now. That's better, it's up on top, you can read the writing through the text there, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay, the only other thing I'll really want to do here is just slow that transition time down. Happening a little quick for me, and make it a little bit more graceful. So I'm going to go into the text module itself, over to advanced settings. We're going to go down to transitions. I'm going to pull mine up to just over a second for drama. Something like that. Obviously you fix yours exactly how you want it. Now let's save this. Won't see too much on this end. That's a bit more graceful. Okay, so we can get rid of this section here that we just copied over. Let's duplicate this one now we've got it right. I'll duplicate it a couple of times so we can see. And we'll go in, just change the heading on this one. And do similar for this one. And I'm going to go into the sections. I'm going to pull this image that we put up the top for a bit of scroll room. I'm going to put it down the bottom so we've got a bit of scroll room down the bottom also. To do that, hit the little purple button here. Over on the right hand side in the middle, you've got a little icon there which will show you your layers. It's just easier doing it this way than trying to drag it through all the live stuff here. So I'm going to just drag the top one and put it on the bottom. If we look down here, it should be on the bottom now. Great. Well, let's save our draft, or publish if you're ready. Exit the Visual Builder and we'll take a look at what we've got. Okay, so there it is. Scroll down, it sticks to the top and it pops underneath our text like that. Goes back up when we end that section, and the next one we'll do a similar thing. And the last one exactly the same. And there's our image on the bottom for a bit of scroll room. And they pop back into place when we go back up. And that's a great little effect to have on your site. Really easy to do, as I demonstrated there for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, comment, ring the bell, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.